Welcome to another episode of Paradox TV. As always, my name is Alan, founder of Paradox TV. I want to speak firstly about a retraction. Not a retraction so much as a rephrasing of the last video that I did, where in a passionate way I was talking about European scum. It's very important that I point out, because reading the papers, or looking at media, looking at all kinds of other ways, people are talking a lot about division. And it's very important that I point out that I'm not talking about people when I'm talking about the European filth or European scum or anything else like that. I'm talking about the rules and regulations. I'm talking about the 1% of people that are trying to rule this planet. I'm talking about globalization. I'm talking about these unelected bureaucrats who earn an absolute fortune and are milking the system like never before. Those are the people that I'm talking about. But you know what? The people of Europe, from the times that I've travelled to the continent and other things, are some of the most friendliest, loveliest people that I'll ever meet. But here's the very interesting point. The media are doing all they can to try and stir up racial hatred. They're trying to really stoke people up, to divide us. And what we need to do is we need to be united. And if you're a newspaper who's doing that, do you know what? You need to repent, because you are not delivering the news that this country needs to hear. We have just caused a major wave that has gone through the European community, where Britain has said and announced that on the 23rd of June that we have voted historically to leave the EU. But here comes the bravery part. It's been called by many politicians across the continent that they want us to do this immediately and they want us out of the EU. And there's a lot of hesitancy from our politicians who are saying, whoa, hold on. We've got to find out where things are going. We've got to, see where the waters lie before we make or cause some kind of rash action. To politicians, to these guys at Westminster who, from the facade of it all, you think, oh, they're all against each other. Look at them battling in the Commons. After that event, they're all there having a beer, playing a game. It's all one big game. So here's the trick for you. Here's the announcement that's going to be put to you. Today we've had from an MP in France has been saying, well, we need to eradicate English from from how we negotiate. What? So everyone's going to talk in French, are they? Everyone's going to talk in German, are they? Since we've had, for the last 50, 60, 70 years, the majority of movies publicised in English. English is the spoken word throughout the entire world. As I spoke, that England's animal symbol is a lion, and that lion roars. So, again, the media are doing a great job of really giving a platform to people that really shouldn't have a platform. And if you are giving them that platform, you're only giving snippets of the information, because there is a lot of anti-UKness going throughout the continent, and it's an interesting point. In my industry, which I don't believe will change, I've had a lot of telephone calls, and I've also had a conversation with my neighbour yesterday. And in my household yesterday, I had a French lady, a German lady, and I was doing a barbecue outside, and she approached me and she said, how are you? And I said, yeah, very good. She looked very stressed, and asked her what was wrong. And she said, oh, what are you doing? I said, oh, we're having a barbecue. You can come over and have something to eat if you like. She then turned round and said, is it a pro-European party? And I said, no, it's not. And then I saw all that anger, all that frustration start to boil out. And the information that she had been given, and she said she researched it, she hadn't. It was all the lies that the press had spun. All the let's divide everyone, let's divide everyone, let's divide everyone. When actually the common cause being let's unite one another. Let's unite one another. Let's get together if we're truly going to do this, and let's get together and come up with a new resolution, come up with a new way of doing things, come up with a dangerous declaration of where we can move forward as a society. What it looks like now is there is a big call for a second referendum. But you know what? There's going to be a twist coming. And you can see it from a mile off. There's going to be extra negotiations whereby Europe will say that we can probably keep some form of our borders, restricting the amount of immigration, which is what it's been built on, other than the facts. No one wants to talk about the facts, the fact that we've got a budget of 800 billion, we've got an income stream of 500 billion, and yet everyone thinks, oh, the public services, amnesty, oh, it's a nightmare. Hey, wake up and smell the coffee, people. If you can't pay the bills, then you're going to be in a whole world of pain, and that's exactly where we are at this point in time. 1.46 trillion pounds in debt, and I find it important to ram these figures home, because it's important that you understand that the world isn't tickety-boo. Europe isn't tickety-boo. And when they talk about, the economic recovery, there is no economic recovery. Yeah, there might be growth in terms of sales, but every year we're hemorrhaging money. Every year it's costing us more and more and more and more and more money. So we're just getting further and further and further into debt. And the point being that has to stop. We have to come up with a new way. We have to renegotiate the terms of this interest, which apparently is supposed to be the Bank of England. So kind of we own the bank, yet the bank are charging us money. They're charging us interest. I mean, that's just absurd. And you go, oh, that's conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. It's completely and utterly absurd. So what we need to do is we need to get a resolution together, and that's what we're going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be talking about on my videos. Getting a new declaration where we say, we the people, not the politicians, not the 1%ers, not the people that have been given everything on a silver platter and haven't had to work for it, but we the people, the hard-working individuals that love this country, love it, and want to see it changed for the better. And this real subduedness where they say, oh no, what happens? Our children, have you not seen the desperation which is out there? Have you not seen the tidal wave of kind of evil thought that has crossed our borders, and these people that don't represent freedom, don't represent equality, don't represent anything but hatred and manipulation, and are looking to impress that upon you? And it's all out there. And we need to stand up, united, resolute. This is Paradox TV. This is Beyond Belief TV. These are the things that we talk about. These are the things that I talk about. The truth matters. John 8:32. Go and read it. Love you.